Yeah, what up? What up? What up? You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Vibes. You know how we do on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? Got my man Stacks rocking with me today. You know what I mean? And let me kick them sponsors off first. One Maha Radio. You know what I mean? Shout to you, Bobby Blackjack TV. It's Zingo TV channel 199, Facebook Live. You know what I'm saying? Everybody rocking with us. You know what I mean? In the front, behind the back. You know how I go. So we just doing our thing, man. Stacks. You know what I mean? What's up with you?
chilling, man. You know how Mondays go, man.
Right.
You know how
Right.
Monday. Hey, man, they just need to go ahead and just let Monday be like the last day of the weekend, man. Have a 3-day weekend. I think
Absolutely.
some countries are already toying with it, but bro, Mondays are just trash, bro.
Absolutely. But you know what though? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking you coming off a good weekend. I see you got the Duke hat on. You know what I mean? For a Duke
You know,
spank Carolina, you know what I mean,
we
in
did.
Carolina. So I just like let me ask my man what you thought about, you know what I mean, that performance, you know what I mean, that your team put on.
I'm glad you asked me that. I'm glad you asked it. It feels good to be a winner in that rivalry, one of the greatest rivalry in sports. Shout out to the homies, Sean and Dre. They really had issues with. I was
Yeah.
asking them about the game. After the game, I told them that my power actually went out, man. So I didn't
Yeah.
get to see like the end of it. So I
Okay.
was calling the brothers. Hey man, help me out, man. My phone is out, my power's out, man. I
Right.
don't know what happened at the end of the game. I mean, what was the result? And of course, those brothers cursed me out, man. Didn't want to help me out, man. But when my power came back on, I found out that we spanked them, beat them by
Right.
20. It was a
Yeah.
mercy. It was mercy rule because we couldn't beat them by 30.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always good to beat North Carolina, man. You know how it is when you're a Duke fan. Shout
Right.
out to
I
them
feel
brothers though.
you.
Shout out to the homie Merv too, because he's a Duke fan. You see how I feel. You know.
Yeah, shoot, good stuff right there, man. Good stuff, man. No doubt, man. So I just like, yeah, I seen that. I watched it. I watched most of the game. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, Duke was on him early. Paolo Bencaro. You know what I'm saying? Top 5 pick NBA draft. I mean, he's
Yeah.
really that good. Like he's that good.
Yeah.
You know.
Shout out to
So
Rika too. She's a North Carolina fan. But yeah,
okay.
Banchero, he is going to be top three. Him along with
Yeah.
Chet Holmgren
Holmgren. Yeah.
from
Gonzaga. Yeah.
Gonzaga. But
Yep.
yeah, to be perfectly honest with you, Banchero really didn't have a really good game, and we still beat them bums. So I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
you
well,
know,
you know what? It was a team effort. It was a team effort.
yeah,
Everybody got to get in on it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that was good. You know what I'm saying? Over here in Philly, we just beat Chicago yesterday. You know what I'm saying? They're the top team in the East. We beat them 3 times already. So if we see them in the playoffs, I'm liking our chances right there. But it was a great game for the Stars. DeMar DeRozan had 45 points that game. Joel Embiid at 40. So I'm just like the Stars played like superstars played like superstars in that game.
two MVP candidates.
Yes.
Embiid season end of the day, Embiid will definitely be the MVP. Embiid is actually playing better than he did at last year. At that point, he was MVP. He was the MVP front runner at this time last year. But
Mm-hmm.
what he is doing,
Yeah.
is amazing. Um, DeRozan as well. DeRozan having his best season in the league. I'm glad. I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm happy for the cat, man, because LeBron sunned him all that years when he was on
He did.
in Toronto
He
and shit.
definitely
So
did.
Chicago is that really. I mean, DeRozan always been a perennial All Star, really good player, but it's like Chicago's a good fit for him for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Well, look, let's get in right into it. We're gonna come to our first topic. Of course, we're talking about Brian Flores, the ex-coach of the Miami Dolphins. He was fired at the end of the season. He got this big lawsuit going on. It's a lot of moving parts with this lawsuit. I'm like, you're talking about the Dolphins are involved. You're talking about the Giants are involved. You're talking about the Broncos are involved.
Mm-hmm.
Just what is your take on, this lawsuit? He came out swinging. Teams have came out and fired back. Just, to be able to take it all in for over a week now. Just what do you think about this whole situation and where do you think, it's headed?
You know how the league go, man. The league is a bunch of good old boys that own these teams or whatever, so they're going to protect the brand. I mean,
Right.
Goodell is the commissioner, of course, but he works for the owners,
Right.
My thing is, and we already got a situation in DC where they're trying to get Congress involved. I don't think there's going to be any tangible change unless it's like they take it to like congressional hearings and stuff like that, because they're going to protect their shield at all costs. Shout out to that brother though, because he's putting it all on the line. Similar to what Kaepernick did, just putting it all out on the line. Like at this point, I mean, it would be surprising if he got another job, but all the interviews he's been doing, I think we've heard him say, yeah, this probably hurt me and my chances as far as getting another coaching job, but it's not really about that. It's like bringing light to, these unfair hiring practices, and 70% of the people in the NFL are black, and we are represented by, we have two, we'll get to Lovey later, but we have one current, one that just got hired today. Yeah. That's and that Rooney Rule. I think it was always counterproductive as far as to what the desired what it was designed to do, because a lot of these executives for these teams are using it as they just do it because they got to get it out of the way. Like for instance, like the man Brian Flores did say that Denver showed up late, looked like they were hungover and drunk. Now, I find it very funny, Mark, that everybody is saying that this man is lying. All of a sudden, like he's crazy. He's crazy one of all this. Right. But man, shout out to that brother, because it takes a lot of guts to put everything on the line so you can see some tangible change. Change that he might not directly benefit from, but everybody else.
Yeah, I agree, man. I would say like this. I think he has enough dirt on the Dolphins to kind of go forward, with the lawsuit. The text messages from Bill Belichick and the Giants thing, you know what I'm saying? Was wild. I'm just like, listen, I'm gonna say like this, right? Listen, NFL players, especially the coaches and the ownership, just stay off the text. I'm just like, man, whether you agree with Antonio Brown, whether you agree with Bill Belichick, guess what? It's documented. Stay
receipts,
off the text.
Baby.
Y'all too old.
The receipts, baby.
y'all too old for that. I'm gonna say Mark, like this: stay off the text.
Mark, you know how I get with this race shit, man. You really think any NFL exec or owner is asking a white man, say, "Hey, I'm gonna give you $100K every time you lose"? Like, you really think any white coaches have ever been asked that? They're only going to ask people like us those type of questions. And it's insulting. It is absolutely. But you know what? I don't know I forgot what year he said it happening, but there was a year that the Miami, he was coaching too, that they were projected to just lose a bunch of games. And he started, it seemed like he started winning despite what the organization was trying to look for. Like, he really counteract everything they were trying to do. As far, hey, I need you to go talk to this. No, I'm not. I'm the coach. I'm going to decide who I talk to, who I want to be my quarterback. I need you to lose these games. No, we're going to try to make the playoffs. Fuck what y'all talking about. So I got a whole lot of respect for that brother, man. I hope shit come to light behind it, and I hope that my hope going forward is that our people get more of a fair shot, because we're not right now. We've made a lot of progress since Reconstruction and slavery and all that stuff. But I mean, it's apparent we still have a long way to go, because you can't tell me that Bill Belichick, people really don't think that Bill Belichick is plugged in. Oh, I don't think he absolutely do. He's one of the, he's covered as one of the GOAT coaches. He's plugged in. He's going to know shit before they report it on ESPN. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. And the thing is, though, anytime these coaches, it's a turnover in coaches. It happens every year, right? Yeah. All these teams call Bill Belichick. You know what I'm saying? They all talk to him because he's Bill Belichick. He's the GOAT of the coaching. He's like the GOAT. So they're all asking his opinion. Yo, what do you think about this coach? What do you think about this coach? What you think about this situation? Like, of course they're going to go to him.
Yep, and a lot of these coaches have directly worked up under Belichick, has been on this coaching staff. So a lot of people are saying that Belichick did that on purpose just to bring light to the situation. I don't know if I believe that or not, but it's just funny how shit works out, man. It proved that some of these moves that we might see from Schefter like 2 days, 1 days later, people like Belichick and most of them damn owners already know what time it is, man. 2 days before we do.
I'm gonna say it like this: Belichick doesn't strike me as a guy who's just not prepared. I think he's calculated in what he do. And Brian Flores is his guy. And not to say that the guy Dable that he doesn't have a relationship with him too. I'm just saying. I'm like, Belichick just seems like a calculated guy. I don't think he's gonna be like, oh, my bad. I think that my bad was just he did it on purpose. Like, this is gonna leak, you know what I'm saying? And I already know what's gonna happen. So hey.
And Mark, you don't win that many Super Bowls as a coach by making errors like that. So I mean, right? Am I right? Like you're not gonna be considered one of the greatest coaches of all time and make an error. Now I think about it. He probably did do that shit on purpose. just to bring light to the whole shit.
Exactly. I'm like, man, this is the guy who was in charge of Spygate, and then he go drop the ball with this. Come on now, you know what I'm saying? Stop. You know what I'm saying? But man, props to for Brian Flores, man. But this is going to probably take a long time to get through the courts and all of that with the settlements and everything, and whatever happens, but much luck to that brother, and hopefully it can bring about a little bit more change, and then we'll kind of see what happens, man. So let's move on. We're coming up to the NBA trade deadline, and the one question I have for you, Stacks, you see the guys who are on the trading block. The big names: James Harden, Bradley Beal, Ben Simmons, De'Aaron Fox, Julius Randle, Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Do you see any big trade coming down? Can you see anybody potentially moving to another team mid-season?
Well, Nash said today that Harden isn't moving. So but I guess that's a developing situation because I think that Harden is sick of. He's not going to say it publicly, but I think that Harden came there with the expectation of playing with Kyrie and Durant. Now, Durant can't help that he's hurt, but Kyrie is some things that Kyrie, and I'm not going to go into the vaccine thing, but even before the vaccine thing, Kyrie seemed to not always, but he finds some type of reason why, hey, I need this time off. And Harden has been kind of struggling this year with, I don't know if it's because of the rule changes as far as, the way his style is as far as drawing fouls and all that stuff, but I don't see them moving him. They're going to try to see this thing through, even though I don't see how it's going to work, barring any changes from the vaccination policy for the state of New York. Ben Simmons, I'm trying to figure out now straight up Ben Simmons for Harden. I think that would please both parties, but I just don't see it happening. Y'all need to move Ben Simmons to get that dark cloud. I mean, even though y'all still doing y'all thing and Embiid still having an MVP season, he needs to move just so y'all won't have to deal with that shit no more. Right. Bradley Beal, hopefully Bradley Beal. I don't care where he goes. I just hope the man ends up on a contender. I think Bradley Beal deserves to play for a contender. Very interesting with Westbrook. I don't think we're going to be able to move him, but Vogel is starting to show that he's going to take that guy out if the situation calls for it in crunch time. He did it the other night versus the Knicks, and Knicks was ringing our bell. We came back, and when it was down close to the wire, I don't know if you saw the game, it was close to the wire.
Yeah, I was watching some of that, yeah.
Last 2 minutes, I don't think matter of fact, Westbrook wasn't in there. What I'm saying? What else did you mention as far as looking at Julius Randle. The issue with Julius Randle is that Julius Randle has regressed a little bit. Yeah. From being comeback player of the year.
Yep. Well, because last year he was an all-star. Last year he was an all-star,
but all of his numbers are down, and he's catching hell for it as he should. So The issue is with moving him is that his stock is going down a little bit. You have teams that be like, hey, we got Julius Randle. Oh, Julius Randle, his stock not going down. What y'all want? A second rounder? Maybe we give you that. But man, yeah. I think there's going to be a move before the trade deadline that we don't see coming, and it's going to like blow our minds.
Right. Yeah, I feel the same way because I can't really get a read on it. It's like I hear what they're saying. I'm listening to some of the rumors that are being spread out there, but I just don't see a big move happening. Like it's not enough. I'm like, unless they real low key with it, like, we're gonna do this thing, by Thursday. But you just kind of watching anything. Like here in Philly, you just trying to make stuff. Like, well, maybe this might happen, right? Because yesterday, James Harden didn't play for the Nets. He was out the last game. Our young defensive player Matisse Thybulle, for the Sixers, was out the last game. So it's like speculation. Will he be included in the trade package with Ben Simmons? And I just think people are making a little bit too much of it. I know a move's going to happen, but I'm just like, I think people are making too much of it. And here's another thing, right? And this is I don't know, this is maybe a new age player thing, right? When you get the player who stops following the team on Instagram or whatever, that's like my way of wanting out. So Julius Randle doesn't follow the Knicks. De'Aaron Fox doesn't follow the Kings on Instagram or Twitter or anything like that. So and not to jump. This is recently, and not to jump to football.
They unfollowed him.
Yeah, they unfollowed him, right? And not to jump to football, but it's happened, with Kyler Murray in Arizona, and he unfollowed them on Twitter and Instagram. So I'm like, is the unfollow thing, I want out, I'm scrubbing my whole social media, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, but Julius Randle, I think it's a bigger problem with him because I'm like, you're playing in New York, you're on the big stage, right? You can see that he don't want to be in the huddle. He don't really want to listen to the coach. Like, he just kind of real standoffish when they take timeouts. And then he pushed the guy with the laptop. The guy with the laptop trying to show him something. Get out of here, boy. Like, he just pushed that dude out.
But Mark, we've seen this. I'm gonna shoot Randall a little bit of bail. I'm not for regressing, but this is something I think we see from at least one player on a Tibbs coach team.
Absolutely.
He's never been known as a real player coach guy. Not saying that you gotta be that to be a successful coach, but he's actually known for not being very player friendly. He runs his players into the ground. Yeah, from what I hear. So I don't know if that has anything to do with the unhappiness that Randall has right now in him in his play. And I don't know if you heard this, but I heard he did not work Cam Reddish at all. That's why he's not seeing the floor. I heard Tibbs didn't want his ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, Tibbs. I say this all the time. For shout to the homie Manny at SNS, because we talk about Tibbs all the time. Anytime Tibbs comes up, we gonna make a stat about him. Try to kill him, right?
That's a wild boy, man.
But the thing is, though, I'm just like, this guy really will play 5 starters for the whole game. Like he don't care about playing the bench. He don't care about what your reputation was. He don't care if your family in the stands. Like, Kemba Walker is a proven veteran. He just, you ain't even in the rotation.
That's wild.
Like, that's crazy.
And Mark, I was about to mention that if you didn't, but it seems to me that he kind of, it's like he's front running. You're the coach. Of course, you're going to get the credit and all that stuff, but to just totally say Kemba Walker, you ain't playing. You have the skills, you can hoop, but your ass ain't touching the floor.
Yeah.
That's wild to me. Yeah. And I don't know if you got anything behind why. Because I was wondering myself, like, why the fuck is Kemba Walker not getting no burn? The couple of games he played lately, he been hooping.
Here's the thing. When you look at everywhere he's been, right? Short rotation, maybe 6 guys, 7 guys at the most. You know what I mean? Really. Like, you got 15 guys on the NBA roster, 12 can suit up, but at the most, only 7's playing, and it's really going to be more like 6. You know what I'm saying? And just like you said, he runs guys into the ground. This is who he is, right? And if you're like not a great defensive player, you can forget playing. You're
not
just
going to
not going to play.
You have
like,
to defend on a tip seam. Yeah.
So I mean, with trade for Cam Reddish, I'm gonna say like this. Here's my thing: if your coach says like, "Yo, look, I don't want this kid. I don't like him. I don't want him," you better listen because a coach like that ain't even gonna play him
at all.
You know what I'm saying?
At all.
So it's and the thing is, you gave away a first round pick to get him. I'm just like, that's wild. I'm just like, man, the Knicks, y'all gonna be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because that pick is going, you know what I'm saying, to Atlanta. And Atlanta, they're starting to get better. I'm like, man, so you be like, yeah, how Atlanta get a lottery pick? Oh, right here.
And this how they got team. And they got a young team too. Atlanta's young.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
I just don't get Tibbs, man. But
yeah.
Hey, it is what it is.
He keep getting the job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we gotta go. Super Bowl Sunday's coming up. Rams, Bengals. The Rams are at home playing in the Super Bowl. Now, first thing, before we get to who you got, when's the last time a team played in their own stadium in the Super Bowl? This does not happen often. You know what I'm saying? And they have the chance to win on the home field. I'm like, man, it's crazy, but I'm just like, I know people are pulling I know it's more people pulling for the Rams just for that fact alone. Even though they like both teams, it's just like, it'd be nice to see the Rams win it in their stadium. You know what I'm saying?
It actually, Mark, it actually happened last year, bro.
Oh, last year. Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen
often.
Right?
No. It literally, the first time it happened was last year where Tampa Bay played at home.
Okay.
It's 2 years in a row because it just happened with the Rams. But fun fact, in the odd years, the NFC is the home team. In the even years, the AFC is the home team for Super Bowl. So essentially, since even though the game is going to be a home game for the Rams, Cincinnati Bengals is actually designated a home team based off of how they select who's the home team, who's the road team in the Super Bowl.
Oh wow, okay,
yeah. But of course, it's going to be an LA bias crowd. But Cincinnati, you know what's happening lately though, and it happened throughout these playoffs. I almost going to happen for the Super Bowl. Teams will try to not sell tickets to the whole and they advertise it like, hey, try to find out their fandom. If you find out their fandom, jack the tickets up, like purchases coming from certain states if they play in the team. But those ticket prices are high as fuck, by the way. But man, those guys are. Nobody expected to see the fucking Bengals here, man. But I can't wait, man. That 1 week, this past week, man, when you ain't got no damn football, I don't count the Pro Bowl, man, because it's like two-hand. Did you even check that out?
Two-hand touchdown. I like that. I seen a highlight where a guy touched somebody's jersey and it was a tackle. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, I was like. I don't want to digress from talking from the Super Bowl, but they just need to not play the Pro Bowl, play like a softball game, a charity game, or something like that, man. Because I don't want to see people with full pads just two-hand touch. But anyway, man, I think this is going to be a good game, man. Despite what people think, I already know that Cincinnati is going to have some issues if they can't protect Joe Burrow. It's amazing that they've made it all the way to the Super Bowl with that offensive line that they have. If they're gonna have to keep upright because he's going against one of when you got Aaron Donald and Von Miller. Man, I don't know. That offensive line coach is good. He better be in the lab every day, working late every day this week, because Aaron Donald gets double teamed just about every day. Hell, some damn plays he gets triple teamed, and they still can't block him. So, man, it's gonna be a good one, man. I can't wait, man. I love Super Bowl week, man.
I'm gonna say like this. I've seen the Aaron Donald workout in the summer, and it's insane. I'm like, this is a big guy. I mean, to move that fast, quick hand placement. If you really were making a defensive lineman in a lab, you'd be making Aaron Donald. Like, seriously, like he's really like that good. Like when they talk about players who could have played in any era, it would be Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? Even if you take him back in the day, look, he's great. He'll be great then too. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing about Aaron Donald probably, if you really looked at Aaron Donald, could be considered one of the best players in the league right now, but because he's a defensive lineman, he's not going to get that much publicity as far as being the greatest player. And he's mainly interior. He's mainly at the he's not an edge rusher. He very rarely rushing off the edge. He's an interior defensive lineman, and he's still doing it's just wild, man. It's just wild. Yeah. But I don't want to count Joe Burrow out, man, because this kid has been a winner everywhere he's been, man.
Yeah.
And he made it. He made it all the way. He willed his team to the Super Bowl despite having lack of protection. If they get that kid, bro, and the thing is, I don't think they'll win, but you never know. But if they get that kid a line in the offseason with all them young players they got, you have to deal with. We could be seeing Cincinnati for a fucking long time, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm gonna say like this: if they give him any bit of protection, Cincinnati, I think, has the better weapons here. Oh, you know what I'm saying? We'll see if that tight end Uzma, can get back. I know he's kind of a nice part of their offense. We'll see if he's able to play this week. But I'm just like, man, the wide receiver core is set. Jamar Chase is great. T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. I mean, all these guys can play. You got Joe Mixon out of the backfield. They got a lot of weapons, and I'm just like, look, all you really have to do is give Joe Burrow maybe that extra second. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need the greatest blocking in the world. It's just like, look, just let him get the ball off. Because if he can get the ball off, then, he can create some problems. So I'm just like, man, he's that good. I mean, he's that good. That offense is that good.
Mark, this is what I have to say about Joe Burrow, and I know you see it too, man. Joe Burrow got that 10-year veteran. I've been in the league for a while. I've been in the Pro Bowl 8 years out of my 10. He has that swag, this is what he been doing this. Like he hadn't been doing this for just 2 years. It's like he's been doing this shit for 10 years. That's the swag and the confidence that Joe Burrow brings to the table. Like you see him you never see him rattle. Like you see a lot of young quarterbacks that are in year 1, year 2, year 3. You see what rattles them. You see what makes them tick. You see he is unflappable, even though he faces some of the best pressure in the league because of the lack of an offensive line. He is unflappable back there, man. And that kid, we're gonna have to deal with him for a long time. Because Mark, they were talking about Aaron Rodgers, possibly going to Denver. He better stay his ass in the NFC because they got some young gunslingers in the AFC, bro. Yeah. You got to deal with Josh Allen. You got to deal with Herbert. You got to deal with Mahomes. You got to deal with Mac Jones, if he come on, and Joe Burrow, man, you stay your ass in the NFC. They got old ass, all the rest of the old quarterbacks like your ass and most of the young guys is journeyman.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers, you don't want to go to the AFC. Stay your ass in Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? Man, if you go in the AFC, you're going to have to battle it out with these guys every week. You know what I'm saying? Man, Tom Brady just retired. Just like that gives you a little bit extra, extra chance, to do something in the NFC. So just stay your ass there, man. But as far as the game's concerned, I think it'll be a good game. I think the scoring will be pretty good. I don't think it'll be one of these things where I don't think it'll be a shootout like the the Chiefs and the Bills. I don't think it'll be that game, where every possession seemed like a touchdown. I think it'll be some stops, but I think it'll be somewhere in the 20s. You know what I mean? For maybe mid to high 20s. That's what I see. I'm like with the Rams being at home, I like them. I like them to maybe have an impact play on the defense, and I think that will decide the game. No disrespect, to Cincinnati's defense because those young guys are good and they can make some plays. But I just see that. I think on the biggest stage, Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey is going to come up with a really big play. It's going to be a turnover of some kind, that they're going to affect the game. And that play, will decide it. It won't be a shootout, but I think it'll be a play like that, much like when the Eagles beat the Patriots and Brandon Graham, he had that one great play, where he stripped Tom Brady of the ball, fumble, and that was really the biggest play of the game. I think a play like that will happen, but it'll happen for the Rams, and that's why I got them winning.
I think even though against my better judgment, I would say the Rams, but I mean, I'm gonna go with Smoke and Joe for the upset, man. I'm going with I hope happens, man. I just want to, hey man, I just want to see him complete it because man, that year at LSU, where he won the title, and now we're at the point where he made the Super Bowl in a year that nobody really thought he could make it. They're way ahead of schedule, so I'm rooting. I'm gonna make my pick off of who I'm rooting for. I got the Bengals in the upset for Super Bowl 56.
Well, I'm gonna say like this: the one reason I do want to see Joe Burrow win because I just want him to walk out with the cigar, sunglasses, and some rap music. You know what I mean? For playing behind him. You know what I mean? You want to see it. You just want to see, Joe Swagger, do his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting to see it, man. So I'm just like, hey, man, I think it's gonna be a good game, man. I'm hyped for it, so I'm definitely watching.
True that.
No doubt. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get to it. Mark 5. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come at you with these joints real quick. Let's see what we got up first. You know what I'm saying? Kanye, the Donda 2 is happening, right? I'm going to tell you, Joe Budden said last week this is going to be the most toxic album ever. You know what I mean? Now, it's being produced by Future. So, I mean, between Future and Kanye, that is some toxic shit right there. I mean, Lord, you can't get more toxic than that.
You really
I'm
can't.
like, man, I'm gonna say like the album gonna be fire though, because I'm like the beat's gonna be fire, it's gonna be controversial. Ye is gonna have everybody on there. I posted in the group, you seen Beans in the booth, you know what I'm saying, spitting something for Donda 2. So I'm just like, man.
They got close to 30 tracks on this joint, right? Like 26.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the track list, man. Wait, I can't wait for it, man, because if Future, bro, this shit could be. You damn right it's gonna be toxic. If Future and why would they even let Future and Conway produce that album together? Man?
Is you know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, it's crazy because I'm like, you think it's like, all right, well, man, it's toxic enough. No, Antonio Brown's on this album. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what he's doing. He's toxic. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather's on the album. He's toxic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on this album, but I'm here for it. I'm like, man, to me, I just want some people just talking. Don't even rap. Just talk to us and just say some toxic shit.
Mark, did you see that short video clip? I forgot who house it was at, but it was a party. They showed Floyd Mayweather, AB, and who would? Could you imagine being in a room with Floyd Mayweather, AB, and Kanye at the same time? How those conversations working out?
I'm gonna say like this. I'm not even going to. That would be one of those times where I'm not even going to talk. I'm really going to listen.
Absolutely,
because I just want to know what y'all going to say next. I don't even. They'll be like, hey, Mark, you ain't say your piece? Nah, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to hear them brothers just say their piece. You know what I'm saying? And I can just roll with that. I like, man, and the game's in there too. I'm like, man, he's on another toxic guy. I think Kanye really was just like, all right, we need half this album toxic. So I got to find the most toxic brothers I can find. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, to me, I'm like, this is going to be better than Donda. This is going to be a better album than Donda. I'm saying it right now. So too. Yeah, I think Kanye is going to be locked in. And when controversy is happening around Kanye, right? And he's going through real controversy because he's going through it with the wife. You know what I'm saying?
That joy too, bro.
This
like the toxic fucking all-stars on this shit, man.
It's gonna be crazy. So I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna see what happens with it. But I'm waiting, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. I'm waiting for it. No doubt, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, forgive us the next one, Stacks. What we got coming up? Oh boy, here we go. Jim Jones, leave it alone. Y'all got smacked. Y'all got smacked already. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, yeah, I want a personal battle with Jada. Dude, I'm like, dude, I'm like, you got sunned on stage. You fell off the stage. I'm just like, come on, man. I just like, look, man, I don't know, man. It's it's like new age shit, right? You know, back in the day when somebody got beat up, it's just like they took their loss and they went home, right?
Absolutely.
This is the equivalent of, you know what I'm saying? You got a face full of blood, but you're still talking. Yo, I'm gonna beat your ass. Like, did you look at your face? Did you look at your face and what it seemed would happen? This is what's going on right now. I'm just like, come on, man. Jimmy, just somebody really has to just wake this guy up. Like, look, man, look, whatever you promote that. You don't want another versus. And Jada's like the king of verses. He's the king of verses. He's been on verses 3 different times. You know what I mean? He beat Ash 3 different times. I'm like, come on, man. Just let sleeping dogs lie. Leave that where it's at.
Well, Mark, here's what I'll tell you, man. When I first saw that Jim Jones wanted a versus with Jadakiss, first thing I did was laugh. Because it's funny. Now, Jim Jones has a solid catalog overall, but he's not fucking with the versus GOAT.
No,
Jadakiss owned versus in 2021, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So his performance, I don't even know. And the thing is, he beat you and the rest of the damn Dipset. What makes you think it will be any different if it's just you and him on that stage? If anything, he got more time to focus on you more, in particular, and smash your ass. Because believe you me, Jadakiss got some shit in the fucking chamber that he didn't even spit at the verse that he left on the table. Like you could have, and the funny thing is, you could have end the verses after the Who Shot Your remix. They should have just said, you know what, this shit is done. It's a wrap. Because that they played that leading up to 2021, man. I don't know if you saw your Facebook feed. Did you see that clip only? That was like trending. Like this is one of the hottest shit that happened in 2021. I say all of that to say this, Jim Jones, leave it alone, bro. Yeah. I know you might. I think this is a ploy for you to try to remain relevant or whatever, but this ain't how you want to become famous again, man.
No, not at all, man. And here's the thing with Jada. I'm like, Jada, like people really don't even understand unless you actually follow, you know, Jada. But Jada's like, ever since they came out, he's been doing shit on his own projects and other people's projects all the way up till today. So he ain't stopped rapping at all. No, he ain't take no break, nothing. So look at what he can pull from. I'm just like, you know, he could pull from all the Great Lock stuff. He could pull from all his earlier stuff. He could pull from his middle years, and he could pull from now. That's how nice Jada is. Just leave it alone, man.
And the thing is, Mark, about it separates the locks from a lot of artists out there. The locks probably never achieved the commercial success that everybody expected them to receive, but people got to understand that the locks are some real street niggas. Like that just can happen to rap. Them guys be in the fucking hood. They be like I think it was Styles P that threatened Charlamagne the God that time when he told him, "Hey, keep my name out of your mouth, using my name in funny ways." He said, "I'm a street nigga. I'll really do this shit." Those guys are serious about that shit. Yeah, like they don't give a fuck about the fame, the glitz, the glamour. Y'all saw them niggas like Jadakiss said, I'm in New York. I'm outside. I don't move away to another city. I live what I'm repping. And when you're dealing with guys like that, they get the focus on because they focus ain't on the glitz and the glamour. It never has been. They get the focus on bars, and that's what these guys do. Just like Styles. Styles said, man, to get with us, I thought, you know, they'd get Jay-Z and, you know, bring Pac and Biggie back. That's the only people that fucking with us. They believe that shit. They live that shit, man.
I'm like, man, like you know, like Styles, when he comes see you, he actually comes to your hood. He ain't meeting you downtown. He ain't meeting like, listen, I'm like, he's recently come to Philly, right? You know what I mean? For the he got up with some of those OBH guys, AR Abs guys or whatever, shout to Leak Moss. He's up in Buffalo, you know what I mean, for real, with Benny the Butcher. I mean, in the hood. Like, there ain't no downtown. Ain't nothing like that.
Them boys
in
are
the
coming
hood.
to the hood. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, man, it's as real as it gets with those guys. I'm just like, Jimmy, you just don't want that, man. Just whatever else you doing, just do that. Leave this versus thing alone with Jada. You know what I'm saying? Just leave it alone, man.
You don't need them type of problems, bro.
Nah, you know what I mean? For not at all. All right, man. Let's get to the next one because this is very interesting right here. The game left off the top 50 rappers of all time. I'm just like, that's a bit of a blow, you know, to me, because I'm just like, is it? I like 50. Is 50 rappers better than Game? I cannot come up with 50 better than Game.
I don't think so. I don't think so, Mark. And that's go ahead.
I mean, if he ain't in your top 10, okay, you know what I mean, I can understand that. I don't. He's not my top 10.
Yeah.
If he's not in your top 20, I'm just well, maybe. Yes. But to me, I'm just like, once you get to like 30 and up, wait a minute. You can name 30 rappers in the game ain't in the top 30, not let alone top 50. I'm like, that's wild. You know what I'm saying? That's wild to me.
And Mark, I didn't get the chance to look at the list in its entirety, but I had a hard time. I didn't want to look at the list.
No,
because it would make me mad because I know out of the 50 people they have on there, I know that there's about 15 to 20 people that I would put personally Game over. No pun intended. I don't know why this type of disrespect is being thrown Game's way, but Game has been in the game for kind of a long time.
Yeah,
at least
he's an OG veteran in the game now.
But the thing is, I just recently heard him on that project by what's the kid's name? Damn,
who is it? Russ?
Russ.
Okay,
and he killed it.
Yeah.
That man still got bars. Like Steven did say, man, this is all the disrespect. But dude, Game is definitely in the top 50 based on stuff I've heard, man. I mean, the documentary was you can arguably put that up there as a low-level hip-hop classic.
Yeah.
He got some guts, man. I think it's disrespectful. I don't think there's just 50 rappers better than Game, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, well, first thing, he's made good music over the years.
Absolutely.
We can go there. Then he can rap. Like, this ain't one of them. He wasn't no gimmick. Like, this boy really can spit. Like,
he really do that
before he got with 50, you know what I mean, and signed with G Unit, then he went over on his own. I'm just like, he was already being approached with deals from other record labels. You know what I'm saying? Just the 50 situation obviously is more attractive. You get to work with Dre. Yeah, I get all of that. But I'm just saying, it wasn't like 50 just found him in Compton and he wasn't really doing nothing. You know what I mean? Nah, this boy really was putting it down on the West Coast. And then it was just like, yo, let me choose between the offers. And then went with 50, you know what I mean? And then eventually, you know what I mean, for just went by himself, you know what I mean, to do his own thing. But I'm like, he's well respected by some of the best in the game. And I'm just like, if he's well respected, you know what I mean, for about guys like Nas, guys like Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying, and other, you know what I mean, for really good artists or whatever, then I'm just like, he ain't in the top 50. I'm like, you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm just looking at the music that he's done and the way he can spit, and he's done good in both. I'm just like, for him not to be in the top 50, that's insane. That's just mine. That's what I'm.
I gotta bring myself a look at that list, Mark. But
I haven't looked at it.
I know it's gonna piss me off because when I read the headline, I didn't want to look at the list because I know damn well that there aren't 50 rappers, 50 MCs out there.
Even if you're just like, yo, whatever you think, you know what I mean, for the best era of rap was, whether it's the 90s, the 2010s, or whatever, right? Whatever era you want to go to, you can't find in any era, you know what I mean, for that 50 is better. Then you combine the eras, you still can't find it. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think so.
I was just like, man, I didn't look at the list because it would piss me off. So I was just like, I ain't gonna look at the list and I'm just not gonna agree with it, period. That's it. You know, let's get this up here. Floyd Mayweather, Money May, is now in NASCAR. He got the money team in NASCAR. Mayweather always finds a way to make money. This is why they call Money May. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if he's going to join NASCAR, you're just like, hey, what is he doing in NASCAR? He making money. That's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I would say is with Money Mayweather, Mayweather Promotions, and all of that, well, one day y'all have a black driver. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing, I was like, I would hope with the money, for that they rolling in, maybe, it's an up and coming black driver, for that's really, really nice on the wheel. You know what I'm saying? And can get busy. And NASCAR has like like different circuits, right? So it's like, the Cup Series, it's the Truck Series, so it's a lot of different series. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, we can, they can get a black driver in there, maybe a prodigy,
Sign
much
Bubba
like
Wallace.
Mayweather is.
Get Bubba Wallace over there, man. I didn't know. So this is official. So he's in there.
For like they said, for he's in. So I'm just like, I don't know when the team debuts. I know you have to get a lot of things together. You know what I'm saying? Before your team, jumps on that. But I'm like, he's in there, because I'm just like, listen, NASCAR is like any other business. Like, look, man, you got money, we got money. You know what I'm saying? And money, going to combine with money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, hey, man, if he's in it, that's great. You know what I'm saying? It'd be good for the brand.
Mark, is it bad that I like it? Because I noticed that I know. No. I ain't finished. I think I like it because I know it's going to piss off a lot of rednecks.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because when we come to we do shit a little different, man.
Mm-hmm.
We come to the track, man. We gonna be trying to find a place where we can, designated the cookout and not outside tailgate. We're gonna try to find. Right. We're gonna try to do extra shit when we get in there. You bring more black people in there. We're gonna do extra shit when we get up in NASCAR. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We're not gonna we gonna bring our own liquor and all that shit, hide it, and you might see motherfuckers in the pit crew like just chilling, like, oh, what are you doing here? Now, I just wanted to get up close, man, see what the fuck y'all doing. Yeah, we just different like that. You know what I'm saying? Man. So I can't wait to see those things because there's that's not what we do in NASCAR. It's always going to be that guy out there. I just want to see that guy pissed off. Yeah,
it's going to be some of them. It's going to be some of those guys, right? But then it's going to be some cool ass rednecks. You know what I'm saying? And look. I'm saying, look,
free. That's for free all fucking afternoon.
It's going to be some cool ass rednecks that love to barbecue and everything like that. We gonna be getting down. They gonna roll up. Some good. You know what I'm saying? They gonna drink some good. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be that. Like, you want a beer, partner? Like, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? Got you. You know what I'm saying? So I like, man, I'm all for it, man. This will be good. This will be good, man. For the brand, absolutely. It's good for Mayweather. I think it's good for NASCAR. I think NASCAR is moving in the right direction. They've already, have some other black sponsors who are in there. I know Brad Daugherty, for a long time NBA player from a long time ago. He was like one of the first. You know what I'm saying? For sponsors to even be involved with NASCAR, and now to see where it is now, that's really good.
I think Kamara is involved as well.
Yeah, Kamara. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Kamara, look, stay out of trouble, man.
Yeah, man. Shit. That dude going out to Vegas after the All-Star game. I'm like, up, man. And
now,
on a serious note, though, Mark, man, I hope he's good, man, because they're talking about felony charges and he's facing 5 years.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like this. To me, I mean, I've seen, and I'm quite sure, for in your day, you've seen this happen too, where it's like, listen, the other guy might have started it, but the finishing part is usually over the top, and that's what I think happens. Like, I think Kamara probably hit him about 4 or 5 times or whatever, right? But then the homies jumped in, and then that's where all the broken bones and everything came, from that. So look, just get the checkbook ready. Whatever you're gonna pay this man, pay him. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I mean? But it's like, I'm gonna say like this, right? One thing I would tell Alvin Kamara, anybody else, you know what I'm saying, is that when you roll out, you gotta know who's in the crew, right? And I'm gonna say like this: if you got a live wire dude in the crew, that ain't gonna be good for you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say, like, as you get a little older, right? And I understand he's in his 20s, but dude, you ain't 18. You know what I'm saying? If you got that live wire, homie, you can't take him to Vegas. You just, it's probably one of the first times he's been on a plane. Probably one of the first times he did this. Like, you can't take him though.
And Mark,
just not good.
I had a homeboy when I was stationed in Germany that was like that. He's from Alabama, man. One of my dearest friends from the military, man.
Right.
Cool dude, man. When we out and about chilling, if somebody bump you, he's gonna, even if you ain't trying to fight, he's taking the fight from you. He's swinging first. He one of them types that he's looking for it, and he's looking for it because he's going to finish. He is going to shut the whole shit down. But I told you what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like that, brother. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has one. You know what I mean? For a friend or family, you walking in the bar, the party. You know what I mean? Having a good time. Hey ho, music playing, but he walking in just. He just walking in like this the whole night. Just
he's scoping.
Yeah, I'm ready. Whatever it is, like, wow, dude, like, you can't take that brother nowhere. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? The best thing you can do for him, you know what I mean, is y'all go to the liquor store, grab something to drink, have barbecue at the crib. That's the best thing you can do for him. You know what I mean? You can't do too much else for him.
Because Mark, when you in the club, you out there and about. And it's always that one dude, and he's straight as hell, but he ain't paying no attention to all the ladies that's, in the club. He's looking to fight.
Yeah, he ain't there for that. he ain't there for that.
They can literally roll up on him. He'd be like, hey, shorty, not now. I gotta focus.
Yeah.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? I like, man. Now when y'all leaving, it's cool. Like, you know what I mean, his focus will come back. Oh, they coming with us? All right, cool. But when he in the atmosphere, it ain't good, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's move on to the next story. You know what I mean? For real, in the Mark 5. You know what I mean? That's Kobe Bryant, the All-Star MVP trophy. First thing, I'm happy about this because Kobe, as much work as he put in for, you know what I mean, for the NBA, for the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? He's a brand ambassador. I'm glad the All-Star MVP trophy was named after him.
Yeah, well deserved.
Because I'm just like, Kobe always guns, to win. You know what I'm saying? Even when he played in the All-Star, I just like, man, look, he ain't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, he talking smack to Jordan. This is when he a young boy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, the trophy looks good. I'm happy, for that it's named after him. And
hell of a tribute.
It's a lot of players playing now that so much respect Kobe. A few of them were mentored by him personally.
Absolutely.
I'm just like, man, so I know it would be a big thing for any of those guys to win it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, especially, those guys who really, really were mentored by Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I know if they're in striking distance to win it, they're going to want to win it.
Oh, they're going to go all out. Yeah, they're going
to go. And it's a lot of people that speak so fondly of him. They just, with Giannis, Trae Young, Joel Embiid, you know what I'm saying, Jason Tatum, you know what I mean? All these guys really speak highly of Kobe and what he meant to them and what he meant for the game. So you just want to see, you know what I'm saying, one of these guys, you know what I mean, for go ahead and just have a great game in the All-Star game and walk away with the trophy and just kind of see them talking about, you know what I'm saying, their performance and Kobe and everything like that. That it's going to be great, when it happens.
Yeah, man. I agree.
No doubt.
I absolutely agree.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So we're going to get into our main topic tonight. We're talking remixes of all time. And I was looking this up and I'm like, it's so many dope remixes that came out in rap over the years. You can go any era and you're going to get, a great remix, man. I'm going to say like this. You could start from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You talk about Tribe Called Quest, Scenario, Leaders of the New School. Like the original was dope. You know what I'm saying? Then they come with the remix, which is even more dope. And I'm just like, I think, one thing about back in the day, I think with the remix, right, is that I think they tried to outdo whatever the original was. So as good as the original
hell
was,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like the remix had to be better. That's the one thing with the new school. I kind of, you know what I mean? I wish they step it up a little bit more, right? But I think it's so much pressure on the new guys, the new producers to make hits. You know what I'm saying? That they try to hit the home run the first time and then don't go back and really give us that remix because I'm like, it's songs where, you know, like, yeah, I mean, my nephews are like, damn, yeah, I mean, we can't get a remix for that joint. That was my dog, this, that, and the third. I'm like, you know, but the remixes are always great, whether it's a new beat, it's yeah, I mean, you got maybe 5 more rappers on there. So I'm just like, man, that's what it is, man. But I was like, you know, but that really started. I like when I think of big remixes, I think that was like the first to ever come to mind. You know what I'm saying? And then Flavor in Your Ear remix, obviously, Craig Mack, Biggie, LL, Busta Rhymes, you know what I mean, Rampage.
Yo,
I'm like, that was nuts. You know what
that's
I'm saying?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's one that I that came to mind for me.
yeah,
It's on
absolutely.
my list.
Absolutely.
When you get a bunch of spitters on that one, because the first Flavor in Your Ear, I remember when that was Bad Boy was coming on the scene and
Mm-hmm.
shit. One of Puff's first artists that he was putting out there, and Flavor in Your Ear was well received. That was the
Oh yeah,
single when it came out.
absolutely.
So when the remix came out and it had Big on it, it
Mm-hmm.
had LL on it, man. He had some spitters on that one, man. That I think that one, you'd be hard pressed to get like the single Flavor in Your Ear when it came out, as well as that played and as much hype and respect that received.
Yeah.
You very rarely get a song that was that well received where the remix is even received even better.
Yeah. 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 I agree with that, man. I'm like, man, now here's a remix that, you know what I'm saying? I heard it before it came on the radio. You know, I heard it before, it came really anywhere. You know, I got a call. You missed that. You know how this was, right? You get the call and then you go and yeah, I gotta go to CD spot. I gotta get this record, right? So Young Jeezy Go Crazy remix with Jay-Z is
Oh!
insane. I'm like, yo, listen, my man ain't even tell me who it was. He was just like, yo, he called me and he's like, Mark, where are you right now? Right. And I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? I'm in North, but I'm headed down West Philly. He's like, you gotta stop at 52nd Street. You know what I'm saying? Go to the CD man. And then can you go to the instance, man, and pick me up some instance, right? So I'm like, all right, cool.
Hey,
I got you.
they always got some shit. Homies always got some shit you got to pick up on
Yeah,
the way.
absolutely.
Always.
You know, I'm gonna say like this, man. Hood special is, especially then, instant CDs, white tees, right? Hood special
Yeah.
right there. You know what I mean? Hey, up. And if your man on the stand really balling, he got a little fifth of corn for you. He got a fifth of corn for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead and drink that young blood. Like, all right,
The
got
old head, yeah. Put some hair on your chest, young blood.
right, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But I picked that joint up. And then, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was the first song on there, so I played it. You know what I mean? I'm thinking it's just the original. I'm just, okay, what is he so hyped about? And then Jay-Z comes on the joint. Yo, I kingpin you a line, a dime, and a time. I'm like, yo. I was
Listen,
like, yo, I need this right now,
the
man. So,
Mariano or the Marriott. If money talk,
right.
the whole world about to hear me out.
Sheesh. I was like, yeah, definitely crazy, man. So I was like, man, that was special right there because I think I played that the whole day. Like I don't think I played anything else when I heard that. I just played that the whole day. So I'm just like, man, it's been some great ones. You know what I'm saying? For real,
Well,
Stacks, what you got, man?
I got since we're going the back and forth route, man. This is one people probably don't have in their arsenal, but
Mm-hmm.
the Rough Riders Anthem remix that was on the
Oh yeah,
professional DJ Clue joint,
absolutely.
where you had Jada Kiss, I think Drag On was on that joint.
Yep.
But that's the one with my
Yeah.
dog's gonna stop, your dog's gonna,
Yeah.
and DMX killed it at the end and brought it home. X is gonna hit y'all niggas hard, leave y'all niggas scarred. That shit,
Yeah.
hey yo, that shit. People be forgetting about that one because it wasn't on the DMX album. It was on that DJ Clue Professional
Yeah.
joint,
Yeah. Yeah.
DJ
Yeah. You're absolutely
Professional
right.
Part 2 or some shit like that. But yeah, that's one of them ones that I got from that's all. I think it's almost like 20 years old that people be forgetting about. But that was the shit right there. That was mine.
Yeah, and the thing is though, you love the original, but then the remix come, and then they got all the rest of the Rough Riders. You got Dragon Rock, Eve, like they all spitting, like,
and
you know what I'm saying?
Eve, I forgot about Eve. She got off on that one too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bombshell, camera. Yo, I might have to listen to that shit again after we get off this motherfucker. He was spitting. Damn, Eve.
I'm a man. It was she was hot, man. I'm gonna give you another one, man. Here's another remix that made the place go crazy. MOP Annie Up remix, Remy Ma, Busta Rhymes. Like that was unfair right there. That was unfair right there. That was a whole cheat code.
What I liked about that track, Mark, is that I think that was one of those songs where it would seem like one of those fight songs in the club. And you did have some fights that broke out on song Annie Up.
Absolutely.
But also, to me, more often than not, you'd have moments where there weren't no fights, where people just going crazy. Because once that damn beat drop and they hear that, everybody know what time it is. And then take chains off, take brains off, get him. Yeah, but that Busta, and when you know it's Busta Rhymes, y'all. MOP, I'm like, oh,
right.
This is back when I was a club head, and bruh, you leaving with a headache from bobbing your head, pumping your fist, and you pushing motherfuckers on the floor and shit. This back to young stack, like in my 20s, in my prime. So if I gotta fight, I'm gonna fight something. But this is back in the day when you pushing people off the dance floor, you grab people saying Annie Up. But you get me hype on this one now.
I'm telling you, man. But it's like, what's crazy about Annie Up? It's like, I understand they were mosh pits. I understand black people have been in mosh pits before Annie Up, but Annie Up really created a black mosh pit. Like, I don't care what club you was in, dance hall, whatever it was, right? I mean, it really started a mosh pit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Like all these brothers in the mosh pit, and it don't even end crazy. It's just usually, you know what I mean, for if you pushing somebody, swinging on by somebody go, hey man, look, I'm about to go to the trunk. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like that. It was all love. Like, you know what I mean? We just hype. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, that was like our version of a rock song. That was like our rock song right there. You know what I'm saying? So I love that joint. I love that joint, man. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna go to something new real quick. You know what I'm saying?
What you got for me?
I'm gonna go to this, right? And the reason this kind of caught me off guard. What's popping by that boy Jack Harlow, the white boy, right? But this is when Tory Lanez was rapping. This is like, you ain't even know Tory Lanez really could do nothing, could get busy. Like, shit, you thinking, well, man, he a better rapper than he is a singer. So I'm just like, man, I like how that opened my eyes. Lil Wayne, you know what I mean, for the forefather of the new school, you know what I mean, for the blessed at the end. You know what I'm saying, for real, which I love right there. But I was so impressed, you know what I mean? I didn't know Tory Lanez could get busy. I'm like, he can get busy on a mic. I'm like, look, listen, he might sing, but none of y'all, a lot of y'all new guys, y'all don't want it with him on the mic. He will kill y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I had to give props to that, because that caught me off guard. Because like, I heard him rap before, but it was just kind of like, like on the off pitch stuff, and it was like, oh, it's pretty good, kind of like, when Chris Brown raps, like, it's pretty good. I mean, it's good for the era or whatever. But I mean, this dude, I could have threw that verse, you know what I mean, on some shit back in the day, you know what I mean, and I'm like, that would have held up. That'd have held up. So I like, man, shout to the singers who actually rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that was butter right there.
The rare talent. We got them out there, but I'm gonna go to my next one, man. And this is let's go to the Throw It in the Bag remix, man. With Drake, Fab. I think the Dream was on that joint too, but boy, I remember when I was in the twilight of being in the club when that came out, man. I just remember the club just going, all I need, when that shit come on, man. Right. Hey, that lady was loving that shit, man. You see Lazy go to the club, go to the floor first, and you see the fellas trying to creep up, but you know
Yeah,
how
trying
it
to
was
creep
back
up
then,
on it,
man.
right? Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
throw it in the bag remix, bruh. Yeah,
because when it come on, it's right. It's before the beat actually dropped. It's like yeah. It's like before the beat dropped. You know
Hell
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah, that was
Hell
crazy.
yeah. That
Man,
shit was bananas.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, man, I like, and both of them was spitting on that joint. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, for people who be like, man, Drake ain't no rapper. I'm like, Drake can do a little something. Drake can do it. Drake can do a little something when he wants to now.
Drake be snapping every now and then. Now he snapped on that.
He low key can snap, man. You know what I'm saying? I give him that, man. You know what I'm saying? Now here's a joint. I'm a I know you're gonna know this, right? You know what I'm saying? Because this was supposed to be Jay-Z's song. You know what I'm saying? But I think it leaked early and it went to Memphis Bleak. Is That Your Chick? The remix with Hov, Twista, and Missy. That was
There's a lot of
nuts.
disrespectful shit going on in that song.
I'm like, man, Jay. I'm like, man, first thing, I'm like, listen, I keep telling people, I'm like, man, when people, oh man, Bleak trash. I'm like, Bleak all right when he want to be. He'll kick something, you know what I mean, for a kind of nice when he needs to. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, I'm like, all them brothers on there was disrespectful. I like, if you listen to that song, I'm like, they actually talking to somebody on here. It's very disrespectful in the tone that they're taking. You know what I'm saying?
Very, very much so, man.
Cats who order Chris play the floor with the Knicks, like,
Why you all alone this year out with me, room 112, hotel balcony. I like, Jay, chill, bro. You get shot.
Jay,
fucking around.
Jay, you know what I mean? Shoot. I'm like, Jay talking real, he like talking low-key greasy on that joint.
How foul is she and you wiped her? Shit, I put the rubber on tight. Like, bro.
Yo, real disrespectful in that joint. Real disrespectful in that joint.
I want to save my favorite two for the end. I'm gonna leave those off. The next one I'm gonna go to is I've Been Around. Shit, with Puff Daddy and Mace. Puff Daddy make a whole album. This is did he make the remix?
Yeah, the whole remix out.
Hey, that shit was hard too. Now you bullshitting.
Yeah,
that shit was hard, but that I've Been Around. And that was another one where you got the damn brothers that get out there, they be doing their little bop thing. I've been around.
Yeah, you getting your bop flow, you know what I'm saying? And your bop flow. Man. Because I'm like the remix, you know what I'm saying? They had Carl Thomas on it, you know what I'm saying? So that they definitely, you know what I mean, for had the ladies, you know what I mean, doing a little something, you know what I mean, with that. I was like, yeah, that was, yeah, that was crazy, because even when we was in quarantine and Puff did the Bad Boy Radio joint, right? And you know what I'm saying, he's calling all his famous friends or whatever, right? And he's talking to Alex Rodriguez, right? A-Rod was like, look, I got a request, man. Can you put that Been Around the World remix on for me? You don't even understand. And A-Rod's telling the story of like where he was. I think he was playing for like the Mariners at the time. This is like young A-Rod. So he's just like, yo, can you play that for me? Or whatever. And Puff put that joint on for him. So that was love, man.
The special delivery remix was on that joint too, man. I'm trying to hey, there's a couple of shits I gotta pop in.
I'm gonna say, like, man, listen, special delivery remix, right? It's like the song's great, but the video make it complete. Because I'm like, Ghost had like the big like hubcap chain, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, man. And then it had the eagle bracelet. It was it was like a gold eagle, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, man, that was nuts. Special delivery joint was nuts. I was just like,
yo, and people be forgetting about Keith Murray, man. Keith Murray was on that joint as well. That's Craig, man.
Absolutely, man.
Man, that's all-star cast, man.
Man, I'm gonna say like this. I'm gonna give you another one. You know what I mean? For real, this is Fat Joe, Lean Back remix with Mace and Eminem, right? And I'm gonna say like this, for people who like on some M shit, you can't hate him on that. You know what I mean? And you can't hate him on that. I'm like, cause he knew the assignment. He knew the assignment and tore it down. I'm like, that's what you're supposed to do, right? see, and I'm gonna say like this, like here's my thing, with M, I was like, I always wanted to hear him on more stuff like that because I'm like, M can get busy, you know what I mean? If you give him a beat, you know what I'm saying,
Oh,
and then
absolutely.
just let him just go, like, look, hear the beat, do your thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you know what I mean? But he really tore that thing down, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, the lean back remix, Mace was coming back or whatever, you know what I mean? Because he was kind of like church and then let me get on record, then go back to church. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you had all of that going on, man. But that lean back remix was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And was killing that joint, man. So I'm like, that's one of my favorites right there, man. Definitely. You know what I mean, you can say, and you still rock that. I'm like, that's how that
Absolutely.
knock. You can still
That's
rock
all
that
right.
without
Play
question.
that shit. That's another one I gotta fucking play when I
Yeah,
top off of
absolutely,
here.
absolutely,
Let me
absolutely.
see what else I got. I want to save my last two for last. Okay, I got Diamonds from Sierra Leone, the
Oh
remix
yeah,
with when
yeah,
Kanye put Jay-Z in there. I
yeah.
gotta
That
forget
was
you
crazy.
damn.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was
Yeah.
crazy. I like that one, man.
They was spitting on that one,
Yeah,
man.
Jay
He
Jay
was
definitely was spitting,
definitely
man. He definitely was spitting. I'm gonna give you another one right now. This right here was a whole diss record, right? Directed towards 50 Cent. It's like they align like everybody, you know what I mean, to go at him. This is Mafia Music Remix by Rick Ross. He got the game on there. Ja Rule.
Ooh, I forgot
Yeah, I
about
mean, he
that.
got the game. He got Ja Rule, got Fat Joe. And I mean, they was coming at 50 on that joint. I was like, yo, and that record was hard though. That record was hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, they was coming at 50, man. 58 had no response for it and nothing. You just all right, let me let this blow over, man. Cause I'm like, man, because I heard it. You know what I mean? I heard it, but just like I didn't know it was on the record. I thought it was just gonna be like him in game or something like that. Then Ja Rule came with his verse. I'm like, ooh, Ja got busy. I like Ja got busy on the ball, so I'm just like, man, that
Yeah,
was that
man.
was that was hard right there, man. That was a hard record, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely that. Definitely that right there. Yeah, that was my joint, man. You know what
How
I'm
many
saying?
more? How many more do you have?
Man, I'm like, man, with the remixes, like I can go, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, you know what? I'm gonna give you a couple more, and then we're gonna go to our last two. We're gonna go to our final, y'all mean our final two. I'm gonna give you a
All
couple
right. Well,
more.
let me give you. I think I got. Let me see what else I have. Another one I have is I know Mark. I'm gonna take you back on this one.
Okay,
They did a lot of remixes to this one,
okay.
but I'm gonna go with Touch It with Buster,
Oh, yeah,
DMX, Papoose, Lloyd Banks, Missy
yes,
Elliott, Rod
yeah.
Digger, and Mary J. Blige. Mary J.
Crazy,
Blige was spitting on that one.
crazy.
Yeah,
Monet Tejada.
yeah, hell, yo. I was watching the video. Yo, Mark, I was watching the video in here earlier today, bro. I thought I wanted to go to the club, bro. Because I remember when that shit used to drop in the club. You hear that touch it. When you hear
Yeah,
that touch
yeah,
it, like everybody just cut. Like there's nobody on back in the day when you go to the club, people just chilling, drinking, or whatever. You hear that touch it. That's when everybody just go to the floor, bro.
yeah.
And
Absolutely.
then and this is probably like one of the most ultimately. I don't know how many remixes they made out of this one,
It's
but
a
touch
lot.
touch it had like 10 to
Yeah,
15 fucking
yeah.
remixes. But the one where they made the video with Busta Rhymes, I mean with DMX, Papoose, Lloyd Banks, Missy
Yeah,
Elliott, Rod Digger, and
absolutely.
MJB, that was the shit right there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For it, yeah.
What else?
Man, here's another joint that was crazy, right? I heard it. I was like, the original was good, but I'm like, man, and the original had its same beat, so the beat was already crazy. But then they put all them people on there. Shorty Low, they know. You know what I mean?
Oh my
Ludacris, Lil
god!
Wayne, Jeezy. You know what I mean? I'm like, that was a crazy song. I'm like, yo, that joint was nuts. I'm like, man, that joint was nuts. I love that record. R.I.P. Shorty Low. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, man, that was a crazy record. Like they still actually play that.
Let me
That's how
ask you this:
crazy that
was
was.
was the original just with him, or was
It
the
was just
original?
him.
Okay, so that one he did with the original with I don't know how many reasons, but the one he did with Ti Snap and went off on was that the one where oh no, this ain't they no. I'm sorry, I'm thinking the other song, my bad.
You mean the joint that he went at Shorty Low? You know what I mean? What's happening?
Damn.
Cause y'all mean they had a little beef, you know what I'm saying? And then T.I. made the response song on Shorty Low. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. Because he did a whole video. He was in his hood, like, you know, the ultimate sign of disrespect, you know what I mean, from rappers back in the day. You know what I mean? For they show up to your hood with a camera crew and film a whole video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that takes guts, because a lot of places you will get shot the fuck up, man.
Yeah, so. Man. Yeah, no doubt, man. But I'm like, man, when you from that city too, it's just like, well, shoot, I got just as many people as he do. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, but that song though, I'm just like, man, everybody, you know, was kicking that joint. They was all getting off, man. So I'm like, that really hit though. That really slapped. That beat was insane. That really slapped, man. I'm gonna give you another one, you know what I mean, for that's crazy. You know what I mean? That I thought was really crazy. Everybody did well on it. You know what I'm saying? Sean will like this one. Made You Look remix with Nas, Ludacris, and Jadakiss. You know what I mean? And I said everybody was really nice on that joint, but I thought Luda, you know what I mean, for real, got one over on Nas and Jada. I thought he came out a little bit harder than them.
That's how nice that was. Wow, I gotta go back and listen to that one.
Yeah,
remember it.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, you got to go back and listen to that. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I gave Luda the slight edge. You know what I'm saying? You know, on that joint. But they all was killing it.
People sleep on Luda though. Luda got some shit out there now.
Luda nice, man. Luda's nice. Like really, like he's really nice, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he. I mean, you know, he should get more respect than what he do. I mean, Luda can get busy. You know what I'm saying? I give him that. All right, Stacks. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have your runner up. We give you a runner up right now, and then you know what I'm saying, I'll get my runner up, and then you go to your final joint.
Both of these, I'm gonna give you. So we give a run up now, right? So we down to the last two, right? For both.
Down to the last two.
Okay. Hopefully we don't have the same ones, but my last two. A lot of people in hip hop culture consider these songs as they're so great that people forget that these are remixes, and the first one is going to be the Quiet Storm remix.
Yes,
that's what I have as my runner-up.
I had that.
You did?
I actually had that. The Lil Kim got busy.
Lil
Kim got busy.
Here we go again.
Sheesh.
Yo,
man,
I'm here to tell you, man. That verse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was a hip hop quotable in the source, but it really should have been. I want to say it was,
right?
But that verse, I'm not gonna say it's up there with her best verses of all time, because she did her shit and All About the Benjamins as well. I think the whole Naked Truth, I think is one of the only female hip hop classics, classic that can compete with, you know, male counterparts. But that verse, that sprung that made the actual original Quiet Storm kind of like irrelevant, even though that was a great song. But that is widely, you very rarely heard the regular Quiet Storm.
Yeah,
you always hear a remix, like in clubs, on the radio. You can't. It's almost like you can't play Quiet Storm without playing it with the remix, because it got Little Kim on it. That's how I feel about that song.
I'm gonna say like this, right? And I remember when we used to do the battles. This was the first battle going out, Sean versus Dre. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, hold this Quiet Storm and end them right here. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, because Sean already had his list lined up, but he wasn't, you know what I mean? He was just like, yo, should I end them like this? I like, no. If you end them with the Quiet Storm, that's like a walk-off home run. You know what I mean? The game is over. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's like a touchdown, you know what I mean, for real at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, there's no way, you know what I mean, he could counter this type of heat right here. And I was right, you know what I'm saying? Because he couldn't. You know what I mean? I like, man, I like Ended Them with Quiet Storm. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's
Lil Kim on a remix, crazy record.
an absolute classic, bro. An absolute classic.
Oh yeah,
Never get
yeah,
enough of it, man.
yeah.
Which,
I
which,
agree with you. Yeah, man. I'm gonna say like this. I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you something right here, man. And this actually had two different remixes, which is even more insane. Biggie, One More Chance. That
that's my
has
number.
three. It's three different. It's actually three different songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Two of them are remixed. You know what I'm saying? And it's Biggie. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I remember the video. Everybody was in that video.
They were.
Everybody was in that video. Heavy D. You know what I mean? For Uncle Luke, Mary J. You know what I'm saying?
So,
I'm
so
like,
Mark,
man,
so Mark, you know
crazy.
what I just noticed? Quiet Storm was in your top two, right?
Oh yeah, you know what I mean? For
So
real, one of
we
my
got
favorite.
we literally had the same top two then because One More Chance is my number one. It's my number one. I mean, it was a no brainer.
Right.
And it's mainly because that's just one of those songs. It was not on the album.
Nope.
It was not on Life After Death.
No.
A lot of people.
Well, the original, it wasn't. You know what I mean? One More Chance. The original was on. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I'm saying? The
absolutely,
first album. You know what I
absolutely.
mean? But then they hit the
But
remixes and all that.
but
You know what I mean?
if you ask if you are in, because I've been in clubs back in the day when that shit came out. When you ask a DJ, yo, hit me with that One More Chance, everybody and their mama know that that they're not talking about the one from the album. We're talking
No.
about
You know what I
the
mean?
remix that dun, dun, and everybody when that shit came on, Mark. Oh,
Yeah.
Mark. If we are 40 years old, and even if we were out and about, I know you still out there in the street, but if you go to a club right now in 2022, that shit is still slapping in the club. You
Man.
play that, people will still come to the floor in droves.
But you know what's crazy? What they do now, right? You know what I'm saying? They'll have like an artist tribute. So like whatever Biggie's birthday is, right? You know what I mean? Up here, they'll do a whole night playing Biggie. Like, you know what I mean, at a particular club. Like my cousin, you know what I mean, Active did that party before, right? And I was there. And they played Biggie the whole night. I'm talking remixes, I'm talking features. I'm like, you was just in a zone for about because his set, I think his set was like 2 hours, right? And you know what I mean, the DJ that went before him, you know what I mean, his set was like a couple hours, right? And I'm talking, they knew each other playlists because they didn't play nothing else. Like, you know what I mean, they all played different records. Like, that's how crazy that was. And I'm just like, man, everybody was just vibing to Biggie. Like, you weren't really thinking of nothing else. You was just, yo, you know what I mean? We vibing to Biggie, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say like this, man. That brother, man, you know, when people say, oh, he only had 2 albums, but I'm like, yo, he has so much material. You know what I mean? All those remixes. He's featured on a lot of other stuff. He had a lot of
Absolutely. Yep.
material, man, because I'm like I said, from 10 to 2, 4 hours of Biggie, and you ain't hear no repeat records or nothing. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, some artists you can't even do 4 hours with them. You know what I mean? They'll run out after 2.
And sadly enough, Mark, we don't really have remixes anymore like that. We really don't.
No.
We really, really don't. Remixes have fallen off as sharply as R&B has overall over the years, and that's sad. Because I think in the music industry these days, it's just, I guess it's just hard enough making a hit. So cats ain't really trying to be in the booth, ain't really trying to put in the work to do a remix.
And then I think, I mean, also it's more like, you know, with these labels, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, we need your next hit record. We not wasting no time, you know what I mean, with this. So I think it's up to the artist, you know what I mean, to be like, this joint slap. You know what? I'm gonna get some other people on it, and we gonna do the remix. I don't care what the record company's saying, you know what I mean? We gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti got that dollar thing happening, and he gave out the rights for anybody to have fair use of the track, and they can just get on it and do their thing and get busy on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just made a video today. You know what I'm saying, for doing that or whatever. And I'm like, man, you hearing like people you never heard of some established artists, but they all getting busy on this record. So I'm just like, man, hopefully maybe that type of thing will inspire, other artists to be like, yo, man, you should make a remix. You should have people get busy on that, John. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, man. So I'm like, man,
since Rika's such a loyal listener, Mark, real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and review my list. You can do the same if you choose to. I got Rika, I got "Touch It" by Busta Rhymes, DMX, Papoose, Lloyd Banks, Missy Elliott, Rod Digger, Mary J. "Been Around" by Puff and Mace, of course. "Diamond" from Sierra Leone, Jay-Z and Kanye. "Throw It in the Bag," of course, with Fabulous, Drake, and I think The Dream was on there as well.
Yeah.
Rough Riders Anthem, that was on that DJ Clue, The Professional. Flavor in Your Ear remix.
Yeah, we both had that.
So me and Mark had 3. Our top 2s were identical, and Quiet Storm at number 2, Quiet Storm remix number 2, and One More Chance for the. I think we have those as far as the greatest remix of all time for this segment. That was my list. So.
Shoot, Rika, I got a few, man. It's just like, and let me shout to this because I'm like, this didn't happen until until it happened. When the Game did the One Blood remix with like 30 guys on it, like that song was like 9 minutes long, like that was nuts. Because I'm like,
I remember that
he had because it was the One Blood Universal Coast remix, and this dude had people from East, West, South, Midwest. That was nuts. You know what I'm saying? And I think Bun B did it around the same time. He had the Draped Up, Dripped Out remix. And it was like the whole state of Texas was on this record. The whole state of Texas was on this record.
I remember that. I remember both of them songs. The shit was long as fuck.
Yo, I'm like, man, because you still
know what I'm talking about.
Like, yo, you still was riding. Like, you just like, yo, it's 9 minutes in. Like, yeah, we still riding on this joint, man. But
was that on Triller?
Man,
what's the name of that album by Bun B? Was it Trill?
Was it Trill? I think it was Trill.
It was Trill.
You know what I'm saying? I like Rika. I can't even remember everything. That I had. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you, just some of the things. To hit. You talked about Flavor in Your Ear. You know what I'm saying? I had What's Poppin', Jack Harlow, because I was impressed with Tory Lanez. I think Tory Lanez is a better rapper than he is a singer, and I think Tory Lanez actually, is pretty decent. with that. You know what I'm saying? That island vibe, with the singing, but I think, he could body a track, if he need to. So I give him that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, we talked about Draped Up, we talked about One Blood, Go Crazy remix, Jeezy with Jay-Z. Jay-Z went nuts on that thing. Is That Your Chick? Memphis Bleak, Jay, Missy Elliott, and Twista. I'm like, man, Jay-Z was very disrespectful. I know he was talking to somebody. I'm like, to me, only thing Jay ain't do was put the person's name out there, but he was talking very greasy, to somebody out there. I was just like, man, Jay, somebody gonna try to kill you after hearing that joint, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that was crazy. We talked about Scenario remix. I think that is like the father of remixes personally. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that tribe with Leaders in New School, Busta Rhymes, you know what I'm saying? I think that really started off that whole remix wave, like to the degree that it got to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, that was another one of my favorites. You know what I mean? We talked about One More Chance. Oh, Annie Up, MLP, you know what I mean? With Remy Ma, you know what I'm saying? And Busta Rhymes, that was nuts. I think that started the Black Mosh Pit type of thing, you know what I'm saying? Because when you have like aggressive music now and you see it with the younger folks, right? You know what I'm saying? They have their own versions of records like that where it is like a mosh pit and it's just like, y'all, they just mosh. Ain't no fighting, ain't nobody, yo, man, I got to pull that thing off. Like, nah, it's just we moshing out here and we just enjoying it. So I'm like, man, it was some good stuff. It was some really, really good records. You know what I'm saying? There's a few that we left off there. Oh, let me shout to DJ Premier and Pete Rock. You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold up. DJ Premier, Pete Rock. Let me shout to them real quick with the they really started the producer side of those remixes. You know what I'm saying? If you had a Premier mix, a DJ Pete Rock mix, those were dope. RZA came after that, obviously. You know what I mean? So you had a lot of good stuff with that, man. So The remixes, new folks. Understand, you know what I'm saying? You know, y'all, you got a lot of things going on. The record company wants you to do this, but sometimes, man, you gotta level up, do your own thing. Like, look, we doing a remix to this record.
We running it back.
We gonna run this back. I don't care what y'all talking about. We gonna run this. So, you know, new guys, I want y'all to do some more of that, man. You know what I mean? Where other people can get on get on your record and get busy. And some of them do it, but we need more though. You know what I'm saying? That's how the records, you know what I mean, keep going and last. And you know what I mean? The remix is here to stay, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got to bring it back. But some of those old remixes, man, are still great, you know. And that's what it is, man. So listen, you know what I mean? Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate all of it. You know what I mean? For Stacks, any final words?
Nah, man, good show, man. Always a good way to kick off the week, man.
No doubt.
By coming to kick it with my brother, man. Real good show. We had a lot of fun tonight. Went over a lot of topics, man. Let's just keep this thing going.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, man, we shout our sponsors, Blackjack TV, Bobby Blackjack, 1 Mile High Radio. You know what I mean? For a Facebook Live, you know what I'm saying? YouTube, you know, yep. I was just like, man, you know, y'all I mean, definitely showing some love. Shout out to all our partners, you know what I mean? For the Merv, Sean, Becca, Tina, Street Team General, you know what I mean? Tayson, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got the show tomorrow, you know what I mean? For, you know, they wrapped the Power Book 2. You know what I mean? They're also going to talk about Tommy's new show, Force.
Hey, Marc, that's gonna be good, bro. That's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I like where they go with that in the first episode. That's gonna be a good one.
I was like, man, and I try to tell, man, you know, like Tommy ain't getting busy. I'm like, they setting it all up for you. See, I like that's what the first episode is supposed to be. You're supposed to set it up, and then you can get to all the action after that, man. So I was just like, yeah. So Merv, homie Tayson, you know what I mean? They're gonna be talking about that tomorrow. So tune in for that. Wednesday, you know what I'm saying? You know, we got something coming on Wednesday. So you know what I mean? That's when all of us come in, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do our thing there, you know, and then you know what I mean, for just rock out with us, man. So you got another couple of days to rock out with us. Go back and watch this if you got in here late, and then check that out. And that's what it is, man. You know what I mean? And we out of here. Peace.
We gone. Peace.